Breaking right now at 10, 3 people are dead. Another person's in the hospital after a huge explosion. This was at an auto shop in Hillsboro. Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Trisha Mackey.
And I'm Rob Williams. Our Chancellor Wynn has been on scene for hours as crews battled this massive fire.
Chance is live now. So what else can you tell us, Chance?
Well, for starters, Rob, you mentioned being out here for hours. I can tell you right now that it was about 6 hours ago. The fire chief tells us it happened around 4 o'clock. And as you can see behind me, there are still crews here working. You can even see a little bit of that smoke smoldering up into the air there. And we do know now that this is a deadly fire. We have learned that 3 people were killed and the bodies were actually taken from this area that you're seeing right here. And that's where that auto body shop was. And we also know another person, a survivor, was taken to the hospital, but is in stable condition.
This is a first for me, but there have been explosions and stuff throughout that people have responded to.
Paint Creek Fire Chief David Manning says shortly after 4 p.m., there was an explosion at Jimbo's auto shop on South High Street, hospitalizing 1 person and killing 3 others.
We did have 4 victims involved. 1 was transported to the hospital in stable condition. There were 3 that have been found deceased in the building.
Witness video shows flames towering into the sky just moments after the explosion. The man who took this video says he was eating dinner across the street at Ponderosa's and tells me he heard the explosion, saying, quote, "You could feel the boom in your chest." He also shared this video taken about 3 football fields away from the fire, saying, quote, "You could feel the heat and hear other small explosions." Chief Manning says investigators are still working to learn what led to the explosion.
The State Fire Marshal's office is here doing an investigation to hopefully determine the cause.
Paint Creek Fire Department is located less than a mile from where the explosion happened. Crews from multiple agencies responded to help extinguish the flames, including first responders from Paint Creek Joint Fire and EMS, Lynchburg, Highland County North Joint Fire and Ambulance, Clinton Highland Joint Fire District, and the Highland County Emergency Management Agency.
Obviously, first and foremost, the safety and security of all the firefighters that are responding, and then doing everything we can to determine, make access, and recover any victims.
Now, as you can see behind me, there are still crews here working right now, and it is still very early on into this investigation as they are working to learn exactly what caused the explosion. But I did ask the fire chief if he knew the ages of the victims, the 3 people who were killed, and he says at this time he does not know that. But I can tell you, I want you to take a look at this statement from Lynchburg Clay Local School District. They have put out this statement on Facebook saying that while we do not have a lot of confirmed information as of now, we do have reason to believe that one of our families have been directly affected by this tragedy. The middle school and high school are making arrangements to assist those in need. Please keep everyone affected by this tragedy in your thoughts and prayers in the coming days. But for now, reporting live in Hillsboro, Chancellor Wynn, Fox 19 Now.
It sure looks like there's a smolder going on behind you, Chance, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does. In fact, this has been a common sight for, again, the last roughly 6 hours. We have seen these little hot pockets start to smolder up, which gets that smoke coming up. And in fact, about 9:55, so less than 5-6 minutes ago or so, we actually saw firefighters using a little bit more water. So this is going to be something that they're just kind of monitoring to make sure that no additional fires start to pick up. I do want to mention, we heard that statement from Lynchburg Clay Local School District, and we have heard from the fire chief that it is then Jimbo's auto body shop right here. But we do know that right behind it was another business. We believe it's some type of arts party supply store, but we heard a few people here on the scene talking about that business and having now the opportunity to be this close and seeing it. You can see that that fire and explosion not only impacted Jimbo's auto body shop, but also that business that's right behind.
And once again, Chance, I know you were talking with people at the restaurant across the street, and they said they not only saw the explosion, they said the explosion kind of rattled that building they were in.
Yeah, that's one of the things that really stood out to me because so many people were talking about it being an explosion, but actually speaking to a person, a witness, and them telling me that they could feel it in their chest. And that restaurant, it's a good 300 yards, about 3 football fields away. So that does show the size and that really that impact and that feel of this explosion. But again, I think until we can actually have the fire department and the fire marshal to determine what actually caused that explosion, we're still going to have more questions really than answers.
All right, Chancellor Wynn live tonight in Hillsboro. We'll see you in just a little bit as well.